shinobi system, the village, shinobi themselves. They created these circumstances. What caused me to despair is this world itself, this counterfeit world.
Obito Uchiha, mastermind of almost all disasters in the shinobi world, starting from releasing and controlling the Kyuubi, who then killed Minato and Kushina, and also destroyed half of Konoha's village, and also helped destroy the Uchiha clan, and also he joined the Akatsuki organization from the organization to liberate all countries to become a terrorist organization. Obito also caused the Fourth Shinobi World War, the biggest and toughest war ever experienced by the shinobi. We know that Obito wanted to express his pain to the world who had lost the person he loved so much, but why did Obito do that? Was it because he suffered so much when he lost his loved ones? This story begins when he was a child. Obito was born in Konoha, and in his childhood, he had no parents. He is kind and helpful. He is very emotional, really loves the people around him. If he had been able, he could have given them the world and protected them from harm. Obito is different from other Uchiha. He doesn't have anger and hatred, but instead he has compassion towards his fellow humans. He doesn't have the intelligence and talent like other Uchiha, but he has high enthusiasm and idealism. Obito always wanted to save and help Konoha Village, and he also wants to become Hokage to be able to protect everyone. He has the will to help people in need. After Obito graduated from the academy, he joined Minato's team with Kakashi and Rin. Obito really likes Rin, and he has a rivalry with Kakashi. Even though Obito is inferior compared to Kakashi, he was still a very great shinobi. Obito growing up without parents made him lonely. He felt like he had no one, and that made him dream of becoming the strongest shinobi and becoming Hokage. After Rin started to enter his life, Obito felt the recognition that Rin might be the only person he had who was really close to him. It wouldn't be strange if he loved Rin because of that. For Obito, Rin is the light of his world. At this point, Obito probably only has Rin, Kakashi, and Minato as his friends, and he loved them all very much. From the start, only Rin really cared about Obito, and truly thought he existed. Rin is a cheerful person and mediates between Kakashi and Obito. Rin is always there to accompany Obito whenever Obito needs him. One example is at Academy graduation. At this graduation ceremony, Obito again arrived late, so when he arrived, the teachers, Hokage and other students had already left. Rin was the one who congratulated Obito on his graduation. Even though Rin likes Kakashi, he often spends time with Obito since they were little. Obito really likes Rin, because he is very kind and always pays attention to her. Even Obito wanted to be Rin's first love, but he had a rival with Kakashi, and Obito also promised Rin that he would save the world from war and maintain peace. During the Third Shinobi World War, Kakashi was assigned to lead a team on a mission to destroy the Canopy Bridge, which would prevent Iwagakure from using Kusagakure as a support point. Minato was immediately called to the front lines, leaving the team to carry out their own mission. The three are later found by Iwanin, and Rin is arrested. Kakashi chose to leave Rin behind, believing it was important to complete the mission before risking his own safety. Obito becomes angry at the idea and insists that they focus on saving him. When Kakashi refused, Obito left him alone, commenting that Kakashi was worse than trash for abandoning his friends. Obito finds the location the Iwanin are using as a hideout, but before he can make much progress, he is discovered and attacked by an invisible Teizaki. Having a change of heart due to his parting words with Obito, Kakashi came and saved Obito, protecting him from Teizaki's attack and losing his left eye in the process. To save his teammates, Obito awakens his Sharingan for the first time, allowing him to see Teizaki's camouflage and kill him. The two then find Rin and release the seal, prompting Kako to collapse the cave around them. As they fled, Kakashi's limited vision greatly hampered him, and when Obito saw he was about to be crushed by a falling rock in his blind spot, he pushed him out of the way and was trapped under the rubble where he was crushing the right side from his body. With no way to escape, Obito accepted his fate and did as he was told. Gave Kakashi his left Sharingan as an apology for forgetting to gift it to him earlier. Rin performs the transplant, and after the procedure is complete, Kakashi uses his new Sharingan to kill Kako. Iwa's reinforcements quickly begin dropping debris again, forcing Kakashi and Rin to abandon Obito. As rocks cover around him, Obito complains that he finally became friends with Kakashi and cannot admit his feelings for Rin. Minato saves Kakashi and Rin, and Obito is believed to be dead. His name is on Konoha's memorial. After Obito woke up, Obito was surprised to find that he was still alive. He was saved by Madara when he was revived by implanting Hashirama's cells into the right side of his body. Although Obito was afraid of Madara, Obito felt indebted to him for saving his life, and willing to provide any help he can. Obito then underwent a very long rehabilitation. He really wanted to recover so that later he could return to Konoha and help the village and his friends in the ongoing war. With the help of White Zetsu, Obito was able to use his replacement limbs, and when he heard that Kakashi and Rin were nearby, he went to meet them. He really wanted to see the two people who were very close to him again, and the first time he saw them, Kakashi stabbed Rin with his Reikiri. He saw his friend kill the person he really cared about. He had told Kakashi to protect Rin, and what he saw was Kakashi himself, who killed Rin. This incident awakened both of their Mangekyo Sharingan. At this point, Obito's life goals changed. Obito killed all the shinobi there very brutally. He vented his anger. He is disappointed with reality and wants revenge on the world for being so cruel. He returned to Madara, and Madara taught and indoctrinated him and told Obito to be himself until he could realize Madara's plans. Obito wants to make Rin come back to life and create a world full of happiness and peace like Madara. Obito was the same as Madara. He became a victim of the curse of hatred. When everything he had was destroyed, he no longer cared about his village and his friends. He felt that reality should not exist, and the only way to make things safe is to create a new world. He was willing to sacrifice himself for the plan. Like Madara, Obito manipulated the people around him and made them believe in his goals and tried to achieve them for 16 years. Uchiha Obito, otherwise known as Tobi, and also once claimed to be Madara. After Obito experienced dark suffering, Obito always wore a mask when he wanted to meet humans. Even though he not only covers his facial features, but also his true identity and nature, Tobi is presented as a member of Akatsuki, who always acts like a clown but has a hatred that is so deep, and continues to grow until one day it is ready to explode like a time bomb. Uchiha Obito's mask, who always sees the world with only one right eye even though he has two eyes. This mask shows that he is always full of pretense in his behavior in his social environment. Obito always chose not to be his true self when he was with other people. He is not the same as himself when alone or in the environment where he lives. It is very difficult for him to be able to show his true nature to everyone. His dislike of one person or a group is covered up with fun and ridiculous behavior even though it is just a fake. This wooden mask with one hole looks simple when you look at it but has a very deep meaning from a sarcastic side. But it's actually not that simple. Obito wants to return Rin, but that is only part of his dream. She is still the same as when she was little. He still has the idealism he has held since childhood. He wants to protect everyone. He doesn't want to make people feel the suffering he feels. He wants everyone to be able to live in peace. Obito didn't change just because Kakashi killed Rin, he changed because he realized that everyone can't live by luck. His goal all along was to become Hokage and protect everyone, especially the people he cared about, and when he saw Rin die, he lost his purpose, he lost the meaning of it all. When he holds Rin's corpse after killing all their enemies, he says that this is hell. He saw that he couldn't bring Rin back by avenging her. He realizes that his reality is very imperfect. When he holds Rin's body, that's where his grip on humanity, idealism, is lost. That's where he changed completely. When Obito said he wanted to create the world, he wanted to erase all the things that took Rin away from him. All the pain, strife, war, and hatred. He wants to protect everyone from the imperfections of existing reality. When he heard Tsukuyomi's plan, he didn't want to achieve it for his own benefit. He remains the same, he is a person who wants to protect everyone even though it could harm himself. He wants to become Hokage because he wants to be the leader of the shinobi world. And make everything safe, he wants to protect everything. And with Tsukuyomi, he believed he could do that. He believed that it was for the good of all shinobi. Every bad action he commits, he believes it is for the good of the shinobi world. He feels no sympathy for the bad things he does to others, because he believes that it is all in vain because they live in a useless reality and world. After Obito became the Jinchuriki of the Jubi, there was someone who had the same fate as Obito. He was Naruto. Naruto is a child who has no parents. He wants to help people and also the village of Konoha, and also he wants to become Hokage. This trait is the same as Obito when he was little. Obito is not a Jinchuriki like Naruto. He did not receive hatred as a child, but he is an Uchiha. The Uchiha name was never good in Konoha Village because it was caused by Madara. But he wasn't as lucky as Naruto. Obito didn't have many friends who kept him on his path. The one who could bring him back if he suddenly went astray was Madara. He is the one who teaches about the curse of hatred, which taught him that the existing reality was not worth fighting for, which teaches about light and darkness. The person who gave him hope by saying that there was a way to return everything back, to restore his youth before the Third Shinobi World War occurred, and return Rin back. Obito saw that Naruto was the same as himself when he was little, and made him think back and doubt everything he had done, making him confused about whether everything he did was for the good of the shinobi or whether he had been wrong all along. Obito realized that Naruto's way of thinking was right all along, and the first thing he did was sacrifice himself to restore and revive everyone he had killed. Obito was educated on the principle of exploitation and was taught a misunderstanding, living life with pretense until awareness and regret came for a moment before his death.